Hey guys, I'm Kent and welcome back to my channel. I've got a really simple installation today that should just bolt right up, but it's the titanium grave slip-on for my 2024 Kawasaki ZX4R. It's the same for the ZX4RR. If you're like me, you've looked at a lot of different exhausts, both slip-ons and full systems, to find the one that both sounds the best and looks the best on your bike. So I want to quickly show you what this particular one looks like. You've actually probably seen, if you haven't seen this one, you've seen a similar one that's carbon fiber. I think that's actually stainless steel for most of the pipe, and then it's got the carbon fiber around the can here. That has a yellow and red sticker. I like that this actually is laser engraved, but I think the color looks really good. I'm planning on keeping this bike pretty subdued, probably mostly black and titanium / stainless steel colors, but the shape of this exhaust is actually very similar to the stock one, a little bit smaller, and I'm expecting it to sound a lot better. If you're like me, one of the big features of buying this particular bike is to hear that screaming small bore inline 4, and it'll sing a lot sweeter once it's got an exhaust system. Again, this is only the slip-on. Tiger Performance, who I've worked with on a lot of the minis for different performance parts, reached out to me just yesterday and mentioned that they're actually working on a header set for this particular bike, and it's going to be shaped so that you can use the stock exhaust or slip-ons. So if you already bought a slip-on like I have here, you'll be able to put on their header set and made it to this. So looking forward to that. They also have an exhaust system that I'll probably be trying out. If you follow my channel, I put on lots of different parts on my bikes before I ever settle on one, and by the time I completely settle, I'm usually done with the bike. So for me, it's always part of the process, but again, really excited to get this on. Let's fire this up, hear what the stock one sounds like. If you got this bike, you already know it's pretty boring. And then let's pop this on and see what this one sounds like. Okay, so you already knew what the stock exhaust sounds like. It doesn't sound bad, it's just not as loud, and it doesn't let, again, that screaming inline 4 sing. The bike is cold, so I wasn't going to rev it too hard. Once I get this on, I'll do a comparison for the same amount of idle and revs, but then we'll warm it up and see what it sounds like out on the road. To take this off looks pretty simple. I think we're taking off the heat shield, this bolt, and the clamp, and then I think just pops off, you get the new one on. The install couldn't be much more simple, so let's get it on. M5 for these two Allen bolts that are holding on the shield. This bolt is a 10 and a 12 to hold the nut. And then a 12 for the clamp down here. Looks like this gasket also comes off. The new one slips on just that easy. I'm assuming we just use the same hardware. And this bottom clamp uses a 5mm Allen key. Anyway, that's it. And that looks sweet. Just take you around on what that looks like. This is the side profile, the front profile. Let's get a little rubbing alcohol over all the parts I touch with my greasy hands, just so that it doesn't leave any permanent marks once the exhaust heats up. Alright, so this sounds like a proper super sport now. The main reasons for the install for me really was for the look and for that sound, and I definitely got both out of it. Maybe it picks up a couple of horsepower after I do the tune, which I will do as soon as I finish the break-in cycle. I'm only at 478 miles, so I still have 120 some odd to go. But anyway, really happy again with that sound. The installation couldn't have been easier. I bought this from V-Cycle Nut, and I'll link in the description below. It was actually $50 less than if I bought it directly from Graves, so saved a few bucks. And I'll be using V-Cycle Nut for the tune. I think I'll also be installing the quick shifter. This isn't the RR, so it didn't come with the quick shifter, but V-Cycle Nut sells a quick shifter, and then they can turn it on with the tune, so I'll probably do both at the same time. Anyway, if this video was interesting at all, please give me that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Thank you all very much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos and keep on building.